Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Rahawah Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well. And shalom to the hopeful elect that's continually laboring his work, that's giving our diligence to make our call election sure in all faith, truth, and sincerity. Shalom. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, Lord, how long? And that's a question that, sometimes, we think about that question, Lord, how long do we have to suffer this kingdom to continue, for America to keep going? How long do we have to suffer these devils, these Edomites, to be over us, and the heathens to take advantage of our people? And how long are the majority of our people going to continue in the stupidity that they're in, man? And the scriptures, well, the Lord has spoken, all right, because the scriptures speak about our Lord returning in a time to where his people not gonna know, all right. And basically, is the times that to come concerning America's destruction, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures, is for an appointed time, man. And we haven't been given that time to when this place is going to go down. Only the Most High knows. Not even his son, Yahweh Shai, who these people only call Jesus, not even he knows. All right, only the Most High is the one that knows when this place is going to go down, because it's planned out. What time and what hour, what time of day is gonna go down. All right. So once again, man, even though we get that question, from time to time in our heads, we have to consider that the Lord hears our afflictions, man. Because the scriptures speak about we have groanings in the spirit that we're not able to utter, in which we're supposed to do that, man. We're supposed to be asking the Lord, how long is this going to continue? All right. Begging Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to just demolish this place and deliver his elect. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into the scriptures. It's the book of Isaiah, the 6th chapter, in the 11th verse. It says, "Then said I, Lord, how long?" All right. And he answered, "Until the cities." All right. And I'm going to stop right there for a second, because this is Isaiah, right? It said, "Then said I, Lord, how long?" All right. So how long is this going to continue to go on? All right. And the Lord answered, "Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate." So look, in other words, the Lord is saying he has an appointed time to where the cities are going to be wasted without inhabitant, all right, and the houses without man, and the land to be utterly destroyed, all right, and be desolate. Okay. So that's the answer to that question, Lord, how long? And guess what the answer is? Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. That's the time that we're coming into. Okay. Now I'm gonna jump to another precept. This is the book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 13, because guys that's in this thing, they get impatient with the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and eventually they fall out. You got guys that fell out, over the year 2000 thing, and where are they at right now, man? They're in the world. All right, they didn't continue, even though you had a thing going on about the year 2000 prophecy, right? But really, it was set up so that the majority of the guys that's not right can fall out, and the ones that were sincere and that wholeheartedly believe in this truth, they're going to stay. All right. So that the year 2000 prophecy was a stumbling block to guys, man. All right. And you have guys that stumbled over the year 2000 doctrine and they fell right out. All right. Because you have ones that's they left. All right. And now that they're seeing that the momentum is gaining concerning prophecy, now they want to take the garments out of their closets. They want to take them to the cleaners, or get them dry clean, get them pressed and ironed, put the garments back on and go back out and do the work, in which they haven't been out for years, man. All right. Even the apostle elders are witnesses of that. You know, they witnessed that, you know, people fell out after the year 2000. All right. And now they're coming back. You know, the guys in the 90s that stopped doing the work, and now they want to come back out, because they see the momentum, man. And the Lord sees that, man. All right. The Lord sees that, and he's going to take account of that. There's the book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter, and the 13th verse. It said, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended." See, the guys that just now coming back, that took a huge hiatus. All right, they fell out, man. So now they're trying to come back in. You know, they're not going to be defended because they took the hand off the plow. All right, and you know, we implore the rest of the brothers in the Akim not to follow after that same example. All right, to stay firm in this truth and wait until the Lord springs into action. Okay, because all this falls back on faith. You know, this is a recurring topic of faith. All right, because it's all about faith, and we're going to keep bringing it up, that this thing of ours is all about faith. Okay. Now, verse 14 says, "Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?" So the ones that lost patience, all right, look, when the Lord comes and visit you, he's going to find you doing something else other than doing the work, or other than being on your post, keeping posts at watching at his door. All right, doing the job of a watchman. All right. Now, it's like, I want to grab another precept. I'm gonna close it on out. Slacky. All right, I'm starting the book of Luke, the 12th chapter, and start at verse 40. It says, "Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not." All right, so you might think that, to guys, prophecies are, not ramping up as much as they want to. All right, but we can clearly see that momentum is gaining, man. These prophecies are making themselves even more manifest as the days draw on. Okay, so the Lord's going to come back at an hour when you think not, man. All right, and verse 41 said, "Then Peter said unto him, Lord, speakest thou this parable unto us, or even to all?" And the Lord said, "Who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing." All right, so we want to be found doing the work when our Lord returns, man. All right, not taking breaks, not taking a hiatus, which really that's taking your hand off the plow. All right, now verse 44 says, "Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath. But and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming." All right, see, now we just read earlier in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, it says, "Woe unto them that have lost patience." All right. So it said, "My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink and to be drunken." In other words, go back into the world. All right. Because really, when you're not doing the work, all right, you're leaving your the men servants and the maidens to starve. All right, and you leaving them out, in the open to dry, man, and to die. Meanwhile, you're drunken somewhere over, or wherever part of the city that you may be. You're falling out of the truth, or you took a break. You're doing whatever. You're doing your own thing. Meanwhile, you're the sheep, the flock that the Lord has set over you, or set under you, Slakia. You're leaving them out to die, man. Okay, now verse 46 said, "The Lord of that servant will come in the day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him asunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers." So that man's going to be accounted as an unbeliever. All right. Now we just read earlier in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, says, "Woe unto them that are faint-hearted, because they believe not. So therefore they won't be defended in that day." Okay. Now verse 47 said, "And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself." And how do you prepare yourself? Doing the work, continually praying, fasting, doing whatever you need to do to get your mind right and to get into the spirit and have a personal relationship with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's preparing yourself. Okay. "Neither did according to his will shall be beaten with many stripes." So it's going to be a great shame to know the Lord's will, and to fall out and go back into the world, because the punishment that you're going to receive is going to be much greater. All right. That's if you fall out. Okay. Verse 48, but said, "But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes," in other words, the ones that were ignorant, that didn't do the work at all, the ones that are cold, all right, "shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more." So the more that is put on you, the more that's been given to you by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the much is required out of you. All right. So if the Lord gives you a great portion, then you got to work with that great portion, because like it says right here, it says, "Whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required." All right. "And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more." All right. So if you have the flock that has been put in your care, that means you're required to take care of the flock. All right. So with that pretty much wraps up the video. Lord's will, this was edifying to the body of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, to the members of the Holy Elect. And until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Yahweh Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well. And Shalom to the Holy Elect that's continually plowing in his work, that's spreading his ministry and his gospel to the other members of the Holy Elect in our faith, true sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.